Before we start, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe underneath this video. We're about to start, so grab a drink as well as something to eat, and let's go! Alright, hello everyone, it's Happy, and what better way to spend my Friday evening than make a spotting guide for you guys with Tom. So I bet you guys haven't seen most of these things, and if you have, tell me what you saw in the comments below. And I won't hold you guys for any longer, let's just start the video. Let's go! Alright guys, everyone knows the most basic spotting mechanics. If you're in a bush, you can't be spotted. However, once you shoot, you will be seen by the enemy. So the easiest way to counter this is to go up to a bush, you spot the enemy, and then you move back 30 meters or so until you can't see the enemy any longer, and then you can shoot. Then you will no longer be spotted. And this is very much used by unicums or super unicums. However, most players don't know this, and you can utilize this to your advantage. As you can see here, we can look at the enemy and then move back, and then once we shoot, we're not spotted by the enemy anymore. Another thing to keep in mind is to not overpeak the bush. For example, here, if you overpeak the bush and expose yourself, the enemy will be able to see you guys. So again, do not overpeak the bush. Alright guys, did you guys know that you can easily spot the enemy without actually peeking him? All you have to do is show bits of your cupola and the gun, and you can easily spot the enemy without having to expose yourself. Many times do I see players in, for example, a Leopard, the British FV, the medium tank of course, peeking without turret armor, trying to spot someone, and they get shot instantly. Instead of fully peeking with your turret, you can just expose your gun and your cupolas a little bit, and you can easily spot the enemy. And you can do this with light tanks, pretty much any light tank that needs spotting to do. So that's that. Alright guys, me and Tom did do a couple of tests, so here we're going to be showing how easy it is to spot the enemy. For example here, if he doesn't have a camo net on, then it's very easy to spot him, and if he's not behind a bush. In the second situation, the person did have a camo net on, so Tom had a camo net on, and it was much harder to spot him this time. And then we also looked at the types of bushes. So in a very long bush, it's a lot harder to spot the enemy, even if there is no camo net. As you can see, Tom spotted me, however, I'm still not spotting him. As you can see, I have to come up very, very close in order to spot him. As you can see, even if he doesn't have camo nets on, the double bush works amazingly in terms of being able to reduce, your spotting distance. Again, he has camo on, and a very similar result in this situation, as you can see. Now we tested just one layer of a bush, and of course, as you guys probably predicted, without camo net, it is much easier to, spot Tom if he's not in the double bush, as you can see. However, it's still quite impressive at around 60 meters. Now Tom has a camo net, and it's much harder to spot him, as everyone would probably, know. As you can see, it's still very, very hard to spot him, but the point of the matter is, guys, try to stay behind a double bush if you can, if not, just one bush at least, rather than stay in the open. Sometimes you guys might think you're behind the bush, however you're really not, and some parts of you are exposed, therefore make sure to always be fully behind a bush. And lastly, of course, some general information. If you are 50 meters within the enemy, you will automatically be spotted, both you and him. It does not matter if you've seen or haven't seen each other, it really doesn't matter. 50-meter rule, guys, keep that in mind. With that, this video comes to an end. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Happy is out. Bye-bye.